Hello, I am the Chronicler. Welcome, or welcome back. Today is your lucky day. I hope you enjoy listening to the prologue. Please give a like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Prologue, The Hidden Legacy. The year was 5200 BCE, when history was still young, spoken not in books but whispered to the stars. Beneath a sky so vast it seemed to hold the breath of the universe itself, 4 figures stood in the heart of a fertile valley, green and thriving where deserts would one day spread. Its stories, carved once into stone and spirit, now lay buried beneath the sands of forgetting. I recount what survives, though the fullness of what once was may never be grasped again. Their robes stirred with the quiet wind of destiny, and on their faces rested the lines of 1,000 years. But tonight, the weight they carried was heavier than all the ages that had come before. Amun, the eldest among them and father to 2 of the younger figures, bore a duty unlike any other. He was the chosen protector of something beyond the reach of ordinary men, an artifact not of gold or jewels, but of knowledge and power beyond reckoning. It was said to tether gods who once walked the earth to those who came after, a legacy of power beyond understanding. We are close, his voice barely above a breath, yet carrying the weight of prophecy. It is said, in memory and song, that an object of power lies hidden where the gods once dwelled among us. Koresh and Tariq, Amun's sons, younger but no less burdened, knelt before a great slab of stone. It was no ordinary barrier. It had been placed here not to conceal treasure, but to guard something meant to be unseen. As their hands worked, the stone yielded with a low groan, the sound echoing through the silence of the ages. The earth beneath their feet trembled, as if the world itself anticipated what was to come. As the stone was pulled aside, darkness greeted them. A chamber lay beneath, the air within thick with the weight of centuries. At its center rested a polished, obsidian-like object, adorned with inscriptions that pulsed faintly, alive and aware. Its presence endured beyond the centuries, as if it remembered more than any living being could. Tariq's breath hitched as he took an uneasy step forward, his hand hovering over the artifact. "What is this?" he whispered, awe and trepidation mingling in his voice. Amun did not answer immediately. He stepped closer, his gaze locked on the relic. "This is not just an object. It is a legacy. It is what has been calling me all these years. It is what has been spoken of in rock carvings and whispers of the ancients, hidden where only time itself could guard it." The artifact pulsed in response, as if listening, as if calling. Amun's wife gave him a wary look, her eyes filled with quiet concern. The 2 sons exchanged uneasy glances, their breaths caught in the tension of the moment. The unspoken question lingered among them: why is it calling? Amun hesitated, the weight of centuries pressing down on him, before finally extending his hand. He had devoted his life to this, to deciphering the texts, to awaiting this precise moment. His fingers met the surface of the object, cold and impossibly smooth. And then, a shock. A violent, searing current of energy surged through him, setting his body alight. The chamber trembled. The torches sputtered and died, leaving the chamber and all within swallowed by absolute darkness. A gasp tore from his throat as his mind was pulled elsewhere. Visions flooded his mind, towering cities spiring toward the heavens, beings of light and shadow walking among them, creators, rulers, deities beyond mortal comprehension. Even now, centuries hence, I can see what he saw, though not fully, for some truths remain too vast for words. He understood them, though no words were ever spoken. He saw creation, the rise of knowledge, civilization, and unity. Then darkness fell. The same cities burned beneath a sky wreathed in fire, towers collapsing into clouds of ash and smoke. Immortal rulers fell, their brilliance extinguished by an unfathomable force of beings beyond comprehension. Knowledge crumbled to dust, temples and libraries swallowed by flames, and hope was consumed in the relentless tide of war. Shadows stretched across the land as if the world itself mourned, and the air trembled with the roar of annihilation. Amun gasped, the visions tearing through him, forcing him to confront the weight of possibility. He staggered back, his breath ragged, his hands trembling. His wife reached out, her face pale with worry, and his sons mirrored her fear, eyes wide, hands uncertain as they stepped closer. He wiped the sweat from his brow, forcing himself upright. The truth settled into his bones. He had sought knowledge, power, perhaps even understanding. But he had seen enough. His voice was hoarse, barely more than a whisper. We are not the true keepers. It is not meant for our hands. Not now. Not ever. The family did not argue. They did not move. The artifact had spoken in the only way it could. Amun turned away, his heart heavy. The choice was his alone. And for now, the legacy would remain hidden, waiting patiently for those truly meant to find it. For destiny, though patient, is never idle, and time has a way of gathering what it deems ready. And so, across lands and ages, these threads of truth weave together. The Chronicles await those who listen carefully. Stay connected to every revelation, subscribe, hit like, and journey with me as history unfolds.